In the evolving narrative of women's basketball, few stories resonate with the depth and dignity of Aliyah Boston's. She is more than a center for the Indiana Fever or a two-time WNBA All-Star. She is a reflection of quiet resilience, of deep purpose rooted in faith, family, and heritage. Her game speaks volumes, but it's the life behind the stats that has shaped her into one of the most admired figures in sports today. Born on December 11, 2001, in St. Thomas, U.S. Virgin Islands, Boston was surrounded by a rich cultural heritage and a tightly knit family. Her parents, Cleone and Al Boston, emphasized discipline, faith, and education. Alongside her older sister, Alexis, young Aliyah watched basketball unfold not just as a game, but as a tool of inspiration, particularly through Alexis, whose own court presence sparked the fire in her. Basketball wasn't just a sport, it was our connection, our language, Aliyah later said in an interview with NBC Sports. That bond would be tested at age 12, when Aliyah and Alexis made the life-altering move to Worcester, Massachusetts, to pursue better athletic and academic opportunities. Living with their Aunt Janaire Hodge and cousin Kira Punter, the sisters adjusted to a world far removed from island rhythms. It was a difficult sacrifice, leaving behind parents, familiar skies, and Caribbean comfort. But for Aliyah, it was also a spiritual exercise. "I leaned on God," she told ESPN. "It felt like I had to grow up fast, but I knew I was on a mission." Worcester Academy became her proving ground. A dominant force by her senior year, Boston averaged 20.8 points and 12.5 rebounds, leading her team to a 24-1 record and a NEPSAC Class A championship in 2019. Her accolades piled up: three-time Gatorade Massachusetts Player of the Year, McDonald's All-American, and a consensus five-star recruit. But when it came time to choose her college, she turned down perennial powerhouse UConn for South Carolina, drawn not just to the program's pedigree, but to Coach Dawn Staley's integrity and vision. In Columbia, Boston found more than a team, she found a calling. Across 4 seasons with the Gamecocks, she developed into a cornerstone of one of the nation's elite programs. Her averages, 14.1 points, 10.8 rebounds, 2.4 blocks per game, were impressive, but her leadership and defensive prowess made her indispensable. The 2021-22 season cemented her legacy. Boston led South Carolina to the NCAA championship, earned most outstanding player honors for the tournament, and swept national awards including the Naismith Defensive Player of the Year and SEC Player of the Year. It wasn't just dominance, it was devotion. "She practices like she plays, intentional, locked in, and humble," Staley remarked during a post-game presser. Graduating in 2023 with a degree in communications, Boston already had an eye on life beyond basketball. "Broadcasting is a space where I want to share stories, especially women's stories," she told Slam. True to form, she didn't wait. That same year, she joined NBC Sports as a studio analyst, later covering the 2024 NCAA Final Four for ESPN, signaling a dual path: athlete and advocate. When the Indiana Fever selected her first overall in the 2023 WNBA draft, the expectations were towering, but so was Boston. She delivered immediately, averaging 14.5 points, 8.4 rebounds, and leading the league in field goal percentage, 57.8%, a feat never before achieved by a rookie. Honors followed: Rookie of the Year, AP Rookie of the Year, and 11 double-doubles that put her in elite company. The Fever, once in rebuilding mode, now had their anchor. Her 2024 campaign showed growth in dimension, now adding 3.2 assists per game and improving her shot selection under pressure. Boston averaged 14.0 points and 8.9 rebounds across 40 starts. On September 8th, she dropped a career-best 30 points with 13 boards against Atlanta, flexing not just her strength, but an evolving offensive toolkit. And despite an ankle injury that briefly sidelined her, she returned with more poise, learning to balance aggression with awareness, especially when early foul trouble threatened her rhythm. Her numbers through 2025 reflect both consistency and upward trajectory: 15.2 points, 7.6 rebounds, and nearly 4 assists per game. Her 5-block masterpiece against Chicago remains a career highlight, and with 24 double-doubles, she now ranks 4th in Indiana Fever history. Aliyah is our foundation, teammate Kelsey Mitchell told The Athletic. You feel her presence whether she's got 20 points or not. But Boston's story stretches far beyond the hardwood. In 2023, she launched the Aliyah Boston Foundation, investing in youth initiatives back home in St. Thomas, offering scholarships, basketball camps, and infrastructure support. Her initial $500,000 donation funded community centers and after-school programs, and her message was clear: never forget your roots. The island made me, she told Essence. This is me giving back to what gave me everything. Boston's sense of identity also shines through her personal brand. With a signature fashion style blending Afro-Caribbean flair, hedge wraps, bold colors, custom kicks, she became an Essence-style star in 2024. Her move from Under Armour to Adidas wasn't just financial, it was ideological. I wanted to align with brands that amplify women's sports, she explained to Sportskeeda. Now representing Adidas, Gatorade, and Verizon, she's built an $8 million net worth while remaining grounded. Her AB Diaries YouTube series, launched in 2024, offers fans an unfiltered look into her world, game day routines, reflections on faith, and lighthearted glimpses of her life. With over 400,000 subscribers and growing, it's a bridge between the athlete and the human. Social media can be toxic, she said, but if I can control my narrative and inspire others, I'm all in. Her Instagram, at Aliyah.Boston, followed by 1.8 million, is a mosaic of game clips, scripture, and snapshots with family and longtime boyfriend, Joshua Minot, a center at Portland State. Their relationship, quiet but public, adds another layer to her grounded persona. Her impact is global too. A four-time gold medalist with USA Basketball, including MVP honors at the 2017 FIBA U16 America's Cup and triumphs at the 2021 FIBA AmeriCup and 2018 Youth Olympic 3x3 games. Boston's name is well known on international courts. She plays with purpose and pride, often bringing the Virgin Islands flag with her during major appearances. Representation matters, she told TNT in 2025. If a kid sees me and believes their dream is possible, then I've done my job. Through all the success, Boston's faith remains the spine of her journey. Her mantra, faith over fear, is stitched into her life philosophy. Whether dealing with a shooting slump, injury rehab, or media scrutiny, she turns to prayer, family, and scripture. Basketball doesn't define me, she often says. It's what I do, not who I am. As of mid-2025, Aliyah Boston is just 23 years old. And yet, her accomplishments echo like those of a seasoned veteran. Rookie of the Year, two-time All-Star, NCAA champion, All-American, international gold medalist, philanthropist, broadcaster. But she's not chasing a resume. She's carving out a legacy. One rooted in her faith, her family, and her beloved island home. Boston is proof that greatness can emerge from sacrifice, that leadership doesn't require loud voices, and that strength often arrives dressed in humility. From a barefoot court in St. Thomas to packed arenas across America, she continues to rise, not just for herself, but for every young dreamer who dares to believe their origins are a foundation, not a limitation. Aliyah Boston is more than a basketball player. She's a reminder that when you honor where you come from, you never play alone.